You slide into the back seat, glancing at your phone to confirm the license plate matches. The driver's eyes meet yours in the rearview mirror, and something cold crawls up your spine. You can't shake the feeling that this ride will be your last. If you're brave enough to hear what happened next, and if these stories send chills down your spine, please hit that like button and subscribe to join our community of thrill seekers. I'd love to know where you're watching from right now. Drop your location and the time in the comments below. It's incredible to connect with viewers from around the world. Whether you're watching at midnight in Tokyo, during lunch in London, or hiding under your covers in Toronto, your courage to listen to these stories amazes me. Now let me tell you about 3 Uber rides that went terribly, horrifyingly wrong. It's 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday night. You just finished a late shift at work, and all you want is to get home to your warm bed. The streets are eerily quiet as you request your Uber from the empty office parking lot. The app shows your driver is 3 minutes away, a silver Honda Civic with license plate GHJ 4829. When the car pulls up, you notice the driver isn't quite what you expected. He's wearing dark sunglasses despite the late hour, and his smile seems too wide. But you're exhausted, so you slide into backseat anyway. "Good evening," he says, his voice unnaturally cheerful. "Heading home?" You nod and mumble your address, settling back into the seat. But as you pull out of the parking lot, you notice something strange. Instead of turning right toward your neighborhood, he turns left toward the industrial district. "Excuse me," you say, leaning forward. "I think you're going the wrong way." The driver's eyes find yours in the rearview mirror. That smile is still there, but now it looks predatory. "Oh, I know exactly where I'm going." Your blood runs cold. You fumble for your phone, but the screen is black, completely dead, even though it was at 60% battery just moments ago. The car accelerates, and you realize the child locks are engaged. You can't get out. "Where are you taking me?" You whisper, your voice barely audible. The driver chuckles, a sound like breaking glass. "Somewhere special. Somewhere quiet. Don't worry, you won't be alone for long. I have others waiting." You see abandoned warehouses rushing past a window, their broken windows like dead eyes staring back at you. The car slows, turning into a narrow alley between 2 crumbling buildings. In the darkness ahead, you can see other cars parked in a circle, their headlights creating an ominous spotlight in the center. Your heart pounds so hard you can hear in your ears. This isn't happening. This can't be happening. The car stops. The driver turns around, removing his sunglasses to reveal eyes that are completely black. No whites, no iris, just endless darkness. "Welcome to the collection," he whispers. But then your phone buzzes. A text from your roommate. "Hey, saw your location stop moving. Called the police. They're on their way." The driver's smile falters. In the distance, you hear sirens. His face contorts with rage, and he lunges toward the back seat. But suddenly the car doors unlock. You throw yourself out, rolling across the gravel, scraping your palms and knees. You run. You run faster than you've ever run in your life. The sirens getting louder, the driver's inhuman screams echoing behind you. The police found you 3 blocks away, shaking and bleeding. They searched the area, but the cars, the driver, the entire scene, it was all gone, like it never existed. The only evidence? The Uber app on your phone showed no record of the ride, no driver, no trip, nothing. To this day, you walk home from work. You never ride alone again. You're celebrating your best friend's birthday at a downtown club. It's 2:30 a.m. and the party is winding down. Your friends are all going home with their partners, but you're flying solo tonight. No problem. You've done this dozens of times before. You request an Uber pool to save money. The app shows you'll be sharing with one other passenger. A few minutes later, a black SUV pulls up. The driver, a middle-aged woman with kind eyes, waves you over. "You must be heading to Maple Street," she says warmly. "Hop in. We're picking up one more passenger." You slide into the middle row, grateful for the clean car and friendly driver. The first pickup is only 5 minutes away. A young man, about your age, waiting outside a 24-hour diner. He climbs into the seat behind you. "Thanks for the ride," he says quietly. His voice is pleasant enough, but something about it makes you uncomfortable. You glance back and see he's staring at you intently. The drive starts normally. Light conversation, music playing softly. But after about 10 minutes, you realize you should have been home by now. The city lights are fading, replaced by dark rural roads you don't recognize. "Excuse me," you say to the driver. "I think we're going the wrong way. My house is back in the city." The driver's eyes meet yours in the mirror. Those kind eyes have changed. They're cold now, calculating. "Oh, we're taking the scenic route. Don't worry, you'll get there." You check your phone for the GPS, but there's no signal. The other passenger leans forward, and you catch a glimpse of his hands. They're covered in what looks like dried blood. "She's pretty," he says to the driver. "Really pretty. Your skin crawls." You try the door handle, but it won't budge. The windows won't roll down. The car is speeding now, racing through the darkness toward destinations unknown. "Let me out," you say, trying to keep your voice steady. "Let me out right now." The driver laughs. "We're almost there, sweetheart. Just a few more miles." You can see lights ahead, not city lights, but something else. As you get closer, you realize at a farmhouse, isolated and surrounded by darkness. There are other cars in the driveway. Too many cars. Your heart is racing now. This is it. This is how it ends. But then you remember, your phone has an emergency feature. Without looking, you press the power button 5 times quickly. It automatically calls 911 and starts recording. The dispatcher's voice comes through the speaker. 911, what's your emergency? The driver slams on the brakes, cursing. The other passenger lunges forward, grabbing for your phone, but you hold it tight. "Help me," you scream into the phone. "I'm being kidnapped. I'm in a black SUV license plate." You crane your neck to see the registration sticker on the windshield and rattle off the numbers. The car swerves off the road, tires screaming. The driver is shouting at the other passenger, something about ruining everything and too much heat. You're thrown against the door as the car skids to stop. Suddenly, the locks disengage. The driver and passenger are arguing, distracted. You don't wait to see what happens next. You throw open the door and run into the dark woods. Behind you, the car engine roars to life. Headlights sweep through the trees as they search for you. You can hear them calling your name. How do they know your name? You hide behind a fallen log, holding your breath. The 911 dispatcher still on the line. After what feels like hours, the car drives away. You emerge from the woods to find yourself on a highway where a police cruiser is already waiting. The investigation revealed that the Uber pool was fake. Someone had created a convincing replica of the app interface. The real driver and passenger were never found, but police discovered that farmhouse you saw. Inside, they found personal belongings from dozens of missing persons cases. You were supposed to be the next addition to their collection. You're visiting your sister in a city you don't know well. It's your last night, and you decide to explore the nightlife alone. Big mistake. It's now 3 a.m. You're slightly drunk, and you're completely lost in an area that's definitely not safe. You request an Uber, grateful when one shows up quickly. The driver is a quiet man in his 50s, wearing a baseball cap pulled low over his face. He doesn't speak when you get in, just nods when you give him your sister's address. The car is older, with a strong smell of air freshener that doesn't quite mask something else, something metallic and unpleasant. You notice there's a small mirror mounted on the dashboard, angled so the driver can see into the back seat clearly. As you drive through the empty streets, you catch the driver's eyes in that mirror. He's not watching the road. He's watching you. Every time you look up, he's staring. When you meet his gaze, he doesn't look away. He just keeps staring with an intensity that makes your skin crawl. You try to focus on your phone, but the battery is dying. The city outside looks increasingly unfamiliar. Old buildings, broken streetlights. No signs of life anywhere. "Excuse me," you say, breaking the uncomfortable silence. "How much further?" He doesn't answer, but his eyes in the mirror narrow slightly, and you notice his hands tighten on the steering wheel. That's when you see it, hanging from the rear view mirror. Partially hidden behind the air freshener is a small collection of jewelry. Women's jewelry. Earrings, necklaces, rings. And one of them looks exactly like the bracelet your sister gave you for your birthday last year. Your blood turns to ice. Your sister had mentioned that her friend Emma went missing 3 months ago after taking an Uber home from a bar. Emma was never found. The driver's eyes find yours in the mirror again, and this time, you see something that makes your stomach drop. Recognition. He knows that you know. "You're not taking me home," you whisper. For the first time, he speaks. His voice is gravelly, like he doesn't use it often. "No, I'm not." The car turns into an industrial area, past abandoned factories and empty lots. You can see a warehouse ahead with several cars parked outside. The driver reaches over and adjusts the mirror so he can see you better. "Don't worry," he says. "It'll be quick. I keep the pretty ones." You look at the jewelry swaying from the mirror. So many pieces, so many victims. Your sister's friend Emma. Others you'll never know about. But then you remember something your sister told you when you first got to the city. She made you install a safety app that shares your location with her automatically. She would know exactly where you are. Your phone buzzes with a text from her. "Police are coming. I can see where you are. Keep him talking." The driver doesn't notice the phone. He's too focused on driving to whatever nightmare awaits at that warehouse. You need to buy time. "The jewelry," you say, surprised by how steady your voice sounds. "Tell me about the jewelry." His eyes light up in the mirror. He loves this part. The confessions, the fear, the power. Each piece tells a story, he says. Sarah's earrings. She was a college student, just like you. Maria's necklace. She was a teacher. Emma's bracelet. "Emma was my sister's friend." You interrupt. He smiles. "Small world. You'll be reunited soon." The car slows as you approach the warehouse. You can see movement inside, shadows against the windows. How many people are involved in this? How long has this been going on? But then you hear it. Sirens. Multiple sirens, getting closer fast. The driver's head snaps up. "What did you do?" "Nothing." You lie, but your phone is buzzing with messages from your sister. The sirens are getting louder. The driver panics, slamming on the brakes and throwing the car in reverse. But it's too late. Police cars are blocking both ends of the street, their lights strobing red and blue across the warehouse walls. You've never been so happy to see flashing lights in your life. The driver tries to run, but there's nowhere to go. As the police surround the car, you see him looking at you in the mirror one last time. The hatred in his eyes is so intense it makes you shiver. They arrested him on the spot. The warehouse search revealed a horror show. Dozens of personal items from missing women. Evidence of crimes that have been unsolved for years. Your testimony helped close 17 missing person cases. The jewelry from the mirror? Each piece belonged to a woman who trusted the wrong driver on the wrong night. Women who didn't have a sister tracking their location. Women who weren't as lucky as you. These stories serve as a terrifying reminder that danger can lurk in the most ordinary situations. A simple ride home can become a nightmare in seconds. The people we trust to get us safely from point A to point B might have other plans entirely. Always trust your instincts. Share your location with someone you trust. Keep your phone charged. And remember, it's better to be paranoid and safe than trusting and sorry. If these stories sent chills down your spine, please hit that like button and subscribe for more terrifying tales. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had a creepy Uber experience? What safety precautions do you take when riding alone? Remember, the most terrifying monsters are often the ones who look completely normal. They're the ones who smile at you in the mirror, who make small talk about the weather, who seem like perfectly ordinary people, until they're not. Stay safe out there, and thank you for watching. Sweet dreams, if you can manage them after the night.